I lost an inch around my waist. I was super fired up. I went on to lose over 15 pounds of fat. I put on over 20 pounds of lean muscle, and that's all she wrote. So in all the ways that Herbalife pays, I was able to make last month $1,800. I actually wrote it out. $1,858.70. Okay. And what that means to me is, with this coronavirus going on, I've been saving like a little squirrel. Like, I have rent, I have everything put aside just in case something happens. So it's really, really amazing to me that I can still do this business from home. And it all just got started from me wanting a result for myself. So super excited for you guys. So there are some things that we want to go over before we get into the topics of this evening. Okay, so the Get Uncomfortable Squad promotion. So if you guys have already qualified doing your 1,000 volume points by the 15th, I want you to blow the chat up with a 1. Okay, let me see you. All right, 1. Some people are in there. Let's go. All right, guys. So that's the minimum. That's the minimum that you guys get to do. So 1,000 volume points by the 15th of this month means that you get one raffle ticket to be entered in to win a $250 gift card. Okay, I don't know about you, but I was running today and my shoe has a hole in it, and I was like, ooh, I need some new shoes. So when I win this card, I'm gonna go ahead and buy myself some new shoes. Tiana's face. So, all right, guys, but what's really awesome is 1,000 volume points, that's the minimum. You know, you get extra tickets, right? So every 150 volume points you do past the 1,000, you get an extra ticket. All right, so I want to know, you can max out when you do your 2,500. So if you have maxed out, I want you to put a 10 in the chat. Okay, if you've maxed out the amount of tickets that you can get for entering into this $250 raffle, put a 10. I know I maxed out. I maxed out early, well, last night. I was like, yes, all right, fire. Okay, so, you know, there's some people that are close. Y'all are close. So if you will qualify, I need to see some 5s in the chat. Let's see some 5s. Okay. Let's go. We got some people in it to win it. Let's go, full royalties. I see you all. All right, so super excited for you guys that have already qualified for that distributor promotion to get some of these raffle tickets. Let's go. This is something that's really powerful that you can share with your downline as well. Get them to qualify. All right, so you guys, the topics for today, I'm really, really excited about them, because for even people that are new and for people that have been doing this for a while, like myself, I don't know about you, but I am constantly learning, okay? I'm constantly learning new ways to say things, new ways to talk to people, and also people are gonna give you the craziest objections sometimes, and sometimes I'm like, I don't know what to say to that. So what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be picking the brains of some of the people on the team. We have people from all over the place sharing on the call tonight: Indiana, Texas, Massachusetts, like LA. We have people from all over, which is so amazing that we get to come together and support each other this way. So we're going over the 2 topics tonight: are being in control of the conversation. So when you're talking to somebody and you're bringing them the opportunity of being an Herbalife client, or even maybe joining the business, of you being in control of that conversation. And then we're going to go over objections. So things that people may say to you about the products, about the business, whatever it is. Some of the things that we've heard, our panel is going to go ahead and share with you guys what they do in those type of situations. So we're just going to get right to it. So the first person that's going to speak on the call tonight, her name is Imani. She is amazing, guys. So she was a client first, but she has been moving up this marketing plan. Okay, she's amazing me. I'm gonna ask her for some tips. So I really wanted her on the call. So I'm not gonna go ahead and take her shine. I want you guys to clap it up, put some ones in the chat for Imani. Let's go, new supervisor.
Hello, hi everybody. Hi guys. Okay, so my name is Imani. I joined Herbalife 2 years ago when I reached my peak weight of 245. And that was a lot for me coming from the fact that I was an athlete in college and in high school. My coach contacted me, and from there, I've been using the products ever since. It's also motivated me to become a personal trainer and become licensed and certified. And then my coach also reached out to me recently to become a distributor and take that to the next level. So that's exactly what I did. And within the first week, I made $166 within 1 week of getting people signed up. I've lost a total of 80 pounds while doing Herbalife, and I cannot explain how drastically it's completely changed my life. I'm a whole new person, healthier, I'm more vibrant, and I love it. And one of the things about being a new coach, so I'm a new coach in Herbalife, and I love the fact that I was able to take a lot of my skills as a personal trainer and convert them over into as being a coach. I learned an immense amount of knowledge and experiences while transferring my clients over and picking up new clients as well. I was able to, so starting off, especially when it comes down to these experiences and able to overcome a lot of obstacles that we have when it comes down to controlling the conversation. Number one thing I do is, after making a great connection with my clients, I tend to ask them what their goals are. And as they're giving me their goals, I run down the products in my head, the best products for them as they're giving me their goals. This way, I can give them right off bat, as soon as you're telling me their goals, I can relate by giving them a line of products that we have that can relate to them, for them to lose the weight and become healthier for them. It helps them feel a little bit more comfortable, and also I'm able to control the conversation by knowing exactly what I'm talking about when it comes down to the products, because they're gonna know, they're gonna be very curious, they're gonna be very on edge, and they're gonna want to know, is this gonna work? Is this gonna work for me? How does this personally pertain to me? Everybody's body type is different, so knowing those products, number one, definitely helps me control the conversation. And while another thing as well that helped me control the conversation is talking with assurance and confidence. I believe sometimes if we get to the point where we rumble over our words, or we're not talking with that confidence and having an assurance behind you, they can see that, they can see through that. So being 100% with how you feel about your products and just helping them relate, and giving that confidence, making it allude through the phone or if it, even in person, helps out a lot. And that also helps me with getting PMs. That's one of the ways
Mute your line, please.
And Imani, really quick, we can't see you. I think you turned off your camera.
Can you see me? Sorry about that. And so that confidence and speaking with confidence and assurance also helped me with get new clients. Letting them know, getting the new clients, as far as getting them to be a preferred member. Number one thing is, I like to let them know the perks that they get with becoming a preferred member, and also the discounts they gain with becoming a preferred member. I let them know my experience with becoming a preferred member and how it's changed me. I let them know the difference in, like if you become a preferred member, it becomes, I give them all the perks that comes with the preferred membership. And also I let them know about our point system, and I let them know, like, look, every time you order a product, it goes to your points. And when you reach a certain point, then you drop down in percentage. And then I let them know that at the end of the day, they begin to save money. And in the time like this, that's very, very valuable for a lot of our people. They want to know what's going to work for them, but what also is going to help them in their pockets. So I like to also put that as far as becoming a PM is concerned as well.
Perfect. Awesome. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see, but I've been sitting here taking notes. So, Imani, so I know that you had a substantial amount of PMs that have joined your business. So in the time frame, can you share everybody how long you've actually been a distributor and how many PMs that you've been able to sign up in that time frame?
I've been a distributor for 2.5 weeks, and I've signed up 12 PMs total.
Oh, okay. You guys hear that? That's 2.5 weeks. That is what, 16, 17 days? That's like a PM a day. Let's go. Fire me up. Okay, and so basically,
Yes.
what I wrote down is to get a PM a day, you just need to run over what the PM perks are, go over the point system, and then I think what really is probably powerful for you, if you've been able to actually share because you were a PM first, correct?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So if any of you guys on the line that have been a PM and then decided that they wanted to be a distributor, maybe if you haven't been talking about your experience, that's something that you can now start incorporating into your story when you're actually talking and doing wellness evaluations with these people. And I think that's something that's really powerful, Imani, is that you went back to the products. Everything starts with the products. Once you are a product of the product, like, nobody can deny your results. And the fact that you've been able to get such amazing results with that and you're incorporating all of that into it is super powerful. So thank you so much for your share. Great job, guys. This was her first time sharing on a call, so I think that she did amazing. Give her props in the chat.
Thank you.
All right, guys. So the second person that we're gonna have come up and share, she's amazing. She came and started this business and was like going hard out the gate. And actually, she inspires me because not only is she helping a ton of people in the US, but she actually has business in other countries. Okay, so I want you guys to go ahead and snap it up, put some excitement in the chat for our next girl, Nessa.
Hi, everyone. Super excited to be on the call today. Super excited to share. I started Herbalife about 1.5 years ago. And in the beginning, I was super skeptical. I thought I was already athletic. I did sports basically all my life. And I thought I was eating healthy, but at the same time, I always felt like you cannot really see it on my body. Like it doesn't represent really my lifestyle. So then I started my Herbalife plan. And as I said in the beginning, I was skeptical, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to give this 30 days and I'm going to do it the right way. So, and literally after already 3 weeks, my body transformed in ways that I could have never imagined. And ever since, I was able to maintain it. And I've never felt better physically, mentally, emotionally, because everything, in my opinion, goes hand in hand. And the way I started to get my first clients, I didn't even think I was going to do the business part, to be honest. But everybody around me, such as my friends, they would notice the difference. And the crazy part is not just physically, but also my energy. I didn't even know that I was lacking energy until I got on the products, and then I saw what it really means to have energy throughout the whole day. So a few friends around me, they noticed the difference, and they asked me, what did you change? You look amazing. You have so much energy. What's going on? And I told them very simple, like I started doing this Herbalife nutrition plan. And those were my first clients. And then when I saw them having their results and getting those first messages of, hey, I feel amazing. I lost 5 pounds. I lost 3 pounds, whatever it was. It made me so happy. And that gave me so much purpose in doing this. Because one thing obviously is, we want to make money. It's great to make money, but actually have an impact and changing people's lives is for me the biggest reward. And so in the beginning, it was really just my friends that I put on. And then I remember even my mom, I told her about her. She was not about that life. She's like, no, I'm not going to do shakes. I don't need that. So what I did is I just ordered her the first package myself. I paid for it. I just sent it to her house. And so when she got the package, she was like, what is this? I told you I don't want to do it. And I'm like, Mom, it's already bought. We're not going to throw it away. Just do it. So then, you know, obviously she's not want to waste money, or my money. And then she started the products. And again, after only a few weeks, she felt amazing. And even some symptoms that she had kind of like disappeared. Obviously, Herbalife doesn't claim to cure anything, but it does help with your general well-being and health. So when I saw the difference in my mom, I saw, you know, that meant the world for me. So after that, I decided to do this a little bit more and more professionally. And my main tool is social media. So I use mainly social media to talk to people, to get new clients. And the way I do it is simply just by sharing what I do. And a lot of times what I hear a lot from people when I talk about the opportunity of Herbalife or other distributors, they always tell me like, oh, I'm not a salesperson, I'm not a salesperson. Well, let me tell you this, I'm not a salesperson either. And I never feel like I'm selling anything. All I'm doing is sharing what I do, sharing what helps me, sharing what transformed my life. And then in the hopes that maybe it can help and change and transform your life as well. So never, ever do I feel like a salesperson. And I think that also people can sense that. I never try to sell something to them that they don't want. They can sense that truly I care and I want to help people. So if you're authentic to your purpose, what is your why, people can sense that. And then they're way more open to it. And so that's how I usually start conversations. It's literally just by posting mainly on my story. It's my lifestyle. I post my shakes, I post my teas, I post my workouts, I post what they do to me and how it makes me feel. And then just a simple poll or a simple, want to learn more about it, send me a message. So then when the message comes in, the conversation is already about that. And for me, the first thing is always to ask about, okay, what is your goal? What are you, are you trying to lose weight? Are you trying to gain lean muscle? Or do you just want to generally adapt healthier habits? I take the first few moments really to get to know a little bit more about that person and their goals and their current situation. And then knowing with the information, that little glimpse of information that they give me, I already know more or less how to navigate the conversation. And same thing as Imani said, knowing the products, I know what can help them and what I would recommend them. And I stay in control of the conversation by asking specific questions, but then taking the information that they give me into the conversation and give them the options, right? So at the moment, I'm running 21-day challenges online that are doing really, really well. So I basically tell them everything they're going to get, right? Which is going to be the amazing community. They're going to get my one-on-one coaching. They're going to get a meal guide, workout guide. And now I'm also doing the online workouts on Zoom. So basically I give them the whole value, what they're going to get. And then more so towards the end, I tell them you get all of that for free, basically. All you're going to get is just your nutrition package. And believe it or not, at that point, most people are already very intrigued because they see everything that they're getting. So now they're recognizing the value. And so the objection when it comes to the money part is already way smaller. So it's very important to mention and to make clear that this is value that they're getting. And I always like to say, if you spend money on something that is good for your health, it's not a spending, it's an investment. And you gotta be willing to invest in your health, because if you're not gonna do it, who's gonna do it, right? So to always show the value of it. And then that's when I bring up the whole payment situation. I usually start everybody or talk everybody into becoming a PM. Retail, I don't do it as often, because for me, it's really building long-term relationships. And the chances that they stay longer and really adapt this as a new lifestyle are usually higher if they become preferred members. So that means they're already in the system, they already pay the registration fee, and at the same time, they get the 20% off all the products. And that's an important part that I tell the people as well when I talk, and how I start the conversation is by telling that this is not a diet thing that we're doing. What I'm teaching you is a lifestyle change. It's how to adapt healthier habits that you can do on the long term, and that will actually help, or that your future self will thank you for. And so that's a really important part too, because I feel like a lot of times when they hear shakes and Herbalife, they just think of a diet, and then the yo-yo effect. And all of that is not what we're doing. This is a lifestyle change in the long term. So that's why usually I have them right away become a PM, and then obviously show them the different packages that we have. And I tell them they're all great packages. One, it depends on your budget, which one you want to go for. And second, also, how fast do you want your results? So don't make it just about the money. Make it about, okay, what is your goal and how fast do you want to reach them? Because then again, you're giving them value. It's not just a spending, it's an investment, and it's a value that they're getting. And also break it down, right? Don't just throw at them, okay, it's going to be $100 and something. Break it down that like a shake comes down. If you do the 2 shakes a day, it comes down to less than $2 a day. And that's a whole meal. So sometimes even people end up saving money because we're replacing meals. Some people that eat out a lot, they spend way more than $2 on a meal. So show those differences. Ask about the lifestyle. A lot of people go once a day to Starbucks. That's right there, $5-6 that they're spending every day. So that's why when you ask those questions, try to find out those little things that afterwards you can use to control the conversation, and then also lead it into the whole payment and money conversation. So that's basically how I have been doing it, and it's been an amazing journey so far. I absolutely love it, and yes, that's all from my part.
Perfect. Thank you so much for your share. So you guys, I really wanted Nessa to break down for you kind of like what she does when it comes to like who her first clients were. So she said it was her friends, and then she kind of tricked mom into starting her own plan by buying the product.
She's still on it, by the way. After a year, she's still drinking her shakes every day, and she loves it.
Perfect. So again, for like the new people, it's like, well, I don't know who to talk to. Like she started with friends and family. And you know what, it's really cool with her situation is they came to her because they obviously noticed the results. Okay. And then, so Nessa, that's right. Treasure asked in the chat, what was your, it left, volume and, oh yes. So the income that you were able to create last month from doing Herbalife, do you have it written down or do you know it?
So last month, I know my very first check of Herbalife, which was amazing, which I've never thought about or thought I would be able to. My very first check of Herbalife was $670. So that was mind blowing. Last month, I haven't even looked. I think we're getting the check in a few days. I haven't even looked yet.
I'll have to teach you how to look at it online, but okay, let me find out first.
No, I saw you guys posting about it. Yes.
It was 3 figures. Okay, let's go. So thank you so much for your share. I hope you guys got some nuggets. Again, look, I'm sitting here taking notes. Guys, been doing this 7 years, still taking notes. Okay. So you said something that I really like. where you break it down for them, seeing how fast, like when it comes to the programs, by saying, oh, okay, yeah, these are the plans that we have, how fast you want to get there. Everything comes down to what you do as a coach and bringing value to your clients. So thank you so much again, Nessa, for your share. That was amazing. And I think this was your first time sharing on a call too, or maybe not?
Yeah, it was my first time.
Okay. She did amazing. Good job. Thank you so much. Okay, guys. So the next person that we are going to have share on the call, I actually met on a team promotion. So we both qualified for a GUS cruise promotion. So pretty sure, I think he lives in Texas. I live in California. We met in Miami. So to qualify for these different promotions, you actually have to be really doing the business. You have to be super active and, you know, hitting your goals. And so I'm just super fired up for what he's going to share with us. He's going to us about some of the objections that he hears when he talks to people about Herbalife, and then the responses that he gives for that. So if you guys can give some energy into the chat for CJ, let's go, bro. Are you on?
Oh, what's happening? Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Okay, yeah, I just unmuted myself. Well, yeah, thanks for introducing me to the call. I just want to thank God for this opportunity because this business has been a blessing. I want to give a shout out to my coach Annette for meeting me halfway from where I was at before I started the business. Actually, before I did Herbalife, you know, I was a former athlete. You know, trained with bodybuilders, pro bodybuilders, played football, had all the scholarships and things like that. You know, I blew my knee out, so I lost my, you know, my football career. So long story short, I went through life, you know, I went through everything, and I was actually living out of my car. And so I met Miss Annette, my upline, and she met me before I went to go to my car, and she gave me the opportunity. And I was like, well, you know, I used to work out. I have nothing else to lose. Like, I'm basically a broke bum at this point in my life, but I always like working out. You know, so fast forward, you know, being in Herbalife over 3 years now, I've gained over 35 pounds of muscle. I play semi-pro football. I've really competed in all types of levels of training. I mean, you name it. I've used the products to help me with that. Everybody's always asking me, like, dude, how are you able to stay lean and put up crazy numbers on the board, you know, and going from there. So, you know, guys, the biggest thing for me is this, right? I started with nothing. Like, I started with zero. If you're new to this call, then I'm glad you guys are here because I started with nothing, right? And just taking a bottle, a canister, and just sticking with the plan. Here I am, like 3 years later, you know, working on my cuts into the business and growing the business. And what it means to me, guys, is not only that I get the extra money, but I get that time freedom as well. You know what I'm saying? So I want to share with you guys some things that I've learned. I've had a lot of trials and error, but two things I want to talk to you guys today about is objections that I faced, responses that I give, being in control of the conversations, and then how I've been able to basically master my conversation skills to where I really don't get objections at all, okay? So when I first started Herbalife, most of my objections were, it was typically about, like, if I would bring up Herbalife for people, the first thing would be money, right? Everybody says, I don't have money. Whether you have money or not, people say it all the time, I don't have money. You know, and the way I kind of saw it, or the way I see it now is, you know, those kiosks in the malls, and they always be like, hey, come over here and do this, and I just need your name, number, and email. And it's like, well, you know, I don't want to do that, right? Or, oh, I don't have the money, right? It's right now, the money is just kind of an excuse for not to do it, right? Another objection that I always found was, it doesn't work. Herbalife doesn't work. It's a scam. I'm doing things all natural, right? You hear that all the time, too, even though most people don't know what that means. And then, of course, number three is I don't have time. I think the biggest two ones that I hear or I've come across most of the time since in the business is money and I don't have time, right? Again, guys, those are both excuses that people are going to have until they know you, like you, and trust you, okay? So here are my responses to every single conversation. And not only have these responses helped me to slap down objections, but they really don't come up as, and it really helps me to see who's really serious about, you know, taking their health and fitness to the next level. So the first question I always ask is, what are your health and fitness goals this year, right? Now, a lot of people say, well, coach, what if they say, oh, I don't want to work out right now, or, you know, what if, like, whatever response they give me, like if they say, well, I don't have the time, I still ask them, okay, cool. Well, what are your health and fitness goals this year, right? And so once they respond, the next question that I ask is, what is your biggest struggle, right? Now, there are a lot of times when people aren't aware of their biggest struggle, they're stuck in the same position. So I always ask them, what is your biggest struggle? After they give me a response, like, I always do this, or, my problem is doing that. The next thing I ask them is, how much do you spend going out to eat daily? Now, guys, mind you this, okay? If you guys actually pay attention to the question I just asked, I asked them, how much do you spend going out to eat daily, right? I didn't say, do you spend money going out to eat daily? I didn't ask them for a response of a yes or no, right? I'm asking for a response. If I ask you, how much do you spend going out to eat daily? I'm looking for, well, I spend X, Y, and Z, right? Because that's most of the time, guys, that's why people are overweight or they're unhealthy, right? And so knowing in the country of America, we know the reason why a lot of people are overweight is because they spend money on going out to eat or stress. So when you use that question, guys, what that does as a coach, number one, you guys are international business coaches, okay? Herbalife is over 100 countries. So you guys have to have posture. You guys got to have posture and leverage. This question, the reason why it stands out to me so much is because it's like going to a doctor's, right? When you go to a doctor's, you don't go up there and then you don't like run the whole showboat, right? The doctor obviously asks you questions, okay? After the doctor asks you specific questions, then he tells you where to go from there. And so basically that's what these questions are. These are the responses that I use so that people really don't come up to me and like asking those questions. The next thing I do, guys, is I ask them, how often do you work out, right? For some reason why, everybody wants to throw in the workout. Well, I'm not working out enough. I don't have the right workouts. Work out this, work out that, right? So I always ask people, how often do you work out, okay? And then, of course, the last question I ask is, what is your number and email so I can send you some info? Now, guys, these questions are short, sweet, to the point, but there's two things out of this. Number one, as you guys can tell, the last question, I didn't leave without their detail. Right? Even if they say no, I still get their name, number, and email. That's the number one important thing. You guys got to collect leads and contacts. So even if they told me no, I have their name, number, and email. You need those three before anything else, okay? The second thing is when I ask somebody for their name, number, email so I can send them some info, what that also does, guys, is it opens up the opportunity for a wellness profile, okay? And so with the wellness profile, then you can start doing the four things that I always tell my coaches, which is number one, you always ask questions, right? Diagnose the problem. Okay, number two is building rapport, right? Finding their pain points, finding their weaknesses, you know what I'm saying? Digging into their pain points and really getting to know them personally, okay? Number three is providing value, like Nessa said, providing value. Guys, that's actually the biggest way to make sure that people don't keep asking you these questions or having these objections. When you provide value, saying things like, hey, look, you can get one-on-one coaching, you have a VIP group, you have a 24/7 community chat. Not only to mention, you get the private YouTube workout videos. You get the weekly accountability, weekly assessments, weekly weigh-ins, right? I'm going to give you motivation every single day in a live video that's might be 1 to 2 minutes long. So there's no way they can say no to your opportunity, because just think about it, right? If you're an Herbalife coach like everybody else is, right, what would make the difference from you than every other Herbalife coach, right? When you provide value, that itself really does stop a lot of objections. Okay, and of course, the last thing is closing the sale. Like Nessa said, once everything is basically said and done, then you guys can close the sale. So, again, I keep things short and sweet and to the point. I always make it about them. One of my problems that I had, and maybe some of the problems that a lot of people do face, is we tend to talk about ourselves all the time. And don't get me wrong, guys, having a testimony, having a result, that's good. And there is a time and a place for that. But, one of my problems was, I do this and I do that with the products. This does this for me. I. And guys, we're in a business where we're helping people. So it can't be about I. You see what I'm saying? Like you have to ask these questions. If you ever recognize the questions that I just asked and gave you guys, which you definitely want to use, then makes it about them. It makes it about them. When you start making the questions about them, guys, what more can they really say? It's hard for them to say no. And then not only that, guys, when you're asking them these questions and you're kind of like, what it does, guys, is you're priming them. You're priming them for the wellness profile. You're priming them to get on the products. It's like everything that you're giving them, it's so hard to say no. So as you guys are growing as coaches and, you guys are building your international business, because Herbalife is in over 100 countries, just remember with intent, what are you doing with the people you're coming across, right? So we talked about money being an objection, people saying it doesn't work, it's a scam, which we all know Herbalife works, is why we're doing it. and of course not having time, right? And that's just basically what I do. It's helped me, it's helped my coaches, and hopefully can help you guys out and stuff like that. So I appreciate you. Thank you.
Okay, CJ, let me find out. Again, you guys, this is CJ's first time sharing on the call as well. So notes, I'm on my second page. Okay, so CJ, a phrase that you said that really stuck out to me was, asking questions, get to be their friend until they know you, like you, and trust you, because that's really what it is. I think that I've had people that have been like, oh, I talked to other Herbalife people, but you're the only one that was authentic and genuine and created and established, some sort of rapport or friendship with me. And it wasn't all about a sale. So the questions that you gave us that we could use and utilize to ask potential clients, super bomb. Thank you so much for your share. You did amazing. So you guys, I hope you guys are taking notes, fired up. So our last share that we have is from our guy, Derek. Okay, so what he's gonna do with you guys, he has some amazing results. He literally transformed his body. And what we're gonna have him talk to us about are certain objections that people might have with memberships, or his replies when people say no or not right now, things like that. So give it up for Derek. This is his first time sharing on the call as well. So let's go.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you guys for having me on the call. I appreciate it. And congratulations to all the success that you guys, the speakers before me, have had so far in their early careers. And I'm super fired up for what's happening in our squad. So what I'm going to go through, guys, is a tool that you guys can use to redirect your clients in conversation, okay? First off, my name is Derek Higbee. I'm from the East Coast, Massachusetts. I got started on my Herbalife plan when I was out in California about almost 4 years ago in July. And I didn't really think I had a lot of weight to lose. I just really wanted abs because I was in California. So my coach reached out to me. I went on to lose 42 pounds and 14% body fat. Was able to see my abs, guys. And I was just super fired up about it. And at the time, we didn't have preferred membership, so I signed up as a distributor because I wanted the discount. My coach was like, hey, you can make money too. A little bit of the similar story, if you guys heard Elliot's story. She was like, listen, the only difference between me and you is that I'm making money doing it, right? And I was like, bet, I'm in. So started helping people out. First month, I made $195, fired me up, right? Paid for my gas because gas is not cheap in California. Came back home to help some people out. Last month, I made $500. If you guys don't know, I just bought a new car, and that paid for my title and registration and everything to put that car on the road, baby. I'm fired up. So that hyped me up a little bit. So super fired up for the month to come. So I'm going to hop into this for you guys. If you guys got a notebook and pen. So one thing is that a tool that I learned it's called the 3 F's. All right, so it's called feel, felt, found. Right. So a lot of objections that we might get, guys, is like it's too much. Maybe I'll sign up next week. Or they'll push it and be like, oh no, I got you. I'm gonna sign up this week. Oh no, I got you. I'm gonna sign up this week, right? I'm sure you guys get that all the time. So I love that one. It's one of my favorite objections. Or the person that says no, it's not for me. For me, no is new opportunity, guys, right? So new opportunity, no. And then also, I've already tried a shake diet before, but it didn't work for me, right? So you get to find out what shake diet they did. That's a key factor. And then you can't replace meals with protein shakes, right? A lot of people don't understand the difference between protein shakes and meal replacement shakes. This is a way to re-educate them, right? So one thing that you get to do is, one, not argue, right? So we're going to talk, the first point is feel, right? We don't want to argue with people. And feel is a very great point where you want to know people's stories, right? One thing that I always hear, some of the upper tab team members say is to know people's stories, right? And I'm sorry, but when the tab team member says something, I'm going to listen, right? So if they say to know people's stories, you want to know people's stories. And a big reason why is because you want to be able to feel where that person's at, right? So my story is not going to be the same as Carissa's story or Style's story, or, whatever it is, right? but at least I know their story. So if someone comes at me and they're hitting me with an objection like, oh, like I need to gain weight or whatever it is, I'd be like, oh, bet, like Carissa, I just messaged Carissa. I said, hey, can I get your weight gain photo, right? I had a girl message me. She goes, I don't know if Herbalife's for me. I want to gain weight. I want to get thick thighs. I said, Carissa, send me your photo. Sent this girl my photo. She goes, I'm in, right? So you got to feel where people are at. You got to know where they're at. You got to know people's stories so that you can understand their concern, because you might not have been in their shoes before, but if you know somebody who's been in their shoes, you're more likely to be able to relate with them. And that comes to where you can add value. The next point is felt, right? And you want to just know, like let them know that you felt that way before, right? So for instance, like the protein shakes, like, listen, you know, I didn't think protein shakes were for me either. But what I realized is that if you consume the right shake, you consume the right vitamins, that you actually can gain lots of more energy throughout the day. And that's what I found, right? And that's the third point is found. I found that I was able to gain more energy, get crazy results, and I'm in the best shape of my life, you know. And go back to your story of like, man, like I have crazy results. I've gotten energy, you know, I dropped 42 pounds, I dropped 14% body fat. You know, what's possible for you? You know, how long have you been waiting to start your goals? What if you started them today? Why wait till next week? Right? So don't be afraid to get aggressive, but also come from a place of love, come from a place of caring, come from a place of you want to see them get results, right? So, and to me personally, what I've been doing lately is one, I'm the same thing with Vanessa. I don't even offer retail. I go right to preferred member. I have a word board, thanks to Jared, helped me set up the word board. So shout out to my man, Jared. Set up the word board. So I set up a thing, right? So it says my sponsor ID, my last name, preferred member link, what products to add to your cart, checkout, text me at 77, you know, and then I put my number, right? And I have that in a word board. So I send that to them right away. They go, how can I sign up? I go, boom, word board. And I send them the same thing every time. 2 canisters of Formula 1, 1 canister of protein, Total Control, Prolessa, Simply Probiotic. And that's kind of like my basic, like, get people started package, right? So, you know, your coach, you know, whatever it is for you, for your, whatever your basic starter package is your basic starter package, right? So I want to get people to see the Prolessa and the Simply Probiotic. To me, those are 2 products that like I can relate with because they've helped me out and they've impacted my life, right? So go with products that you know very, very, very well, right? You don't want to give somebody active fiber complex if you've never taken it a day in your life. That's another product I love. So get to know the products. I believe Imani said that was get to know the products. And then also another thing I've been doing is Zoom calls, guys. We're stuck at home. Everybody's stuck at home, right? Why not take 30 minutes of your day, set up a Zoom call with one of your clients, have a one-on-one conversation with them, get to know them, right? Get to know their story, get to know their life. I just had a conversation with a girl earlier today. She almost died back in March, right? That's a huge story, but I would have never known that if I didn't take that Zoom call with her for 30 minutes and have a real conversation with her, heart to heart, you know. And now she's signing up as a preferred member today, right? And she's ready to get started on her goals. So we really get to hone in on the fact that like we're not salespeople. We're literally changing people's lives. We're impacting people's lives. And whether your business is doing right now 5,000 or is doing 2,000, guess what? You're impacting somebody's life, right? This is the same thing with the COVID, right? They say if like one person dies, that's still one person that died. One person helped is still one person helped, right? So think about it as that fact, and just think about how many people you can help today, how many people you can help tomorrow, and that goes into the fact of how many people you reach out to. And when people hand you the objection, just bring it back to your story or somebody else's story, or how the products made you feel, or how long have they been, waiting to start on their goals. Because some people have been waiting years to start on their goals. They've been pushing it off for years, right? And one tip that one guy told me was that, it didn't take you, 30 years. It took you 30 years to put the weight on. You're not going to take it off in, 3 months, right? So the longer somebody waits, the longer it's going to take them to get the weight off. So hopefully that helps you guys out. The 3 F's: feel, felt, found. Feel where they're at, learn people's stories, and then find a solution. because at the end of the day, we are the solution. All right, so thank you guys, and I hope that helped you guys out. And yeah, thank you for letting me share.
Okay, first of all, I felt like we were at an STS because you took out that bottle and like took a hit real quick. And you know, VIP at STS, they always got them bottles. So
This is actually a tip from Alan. Alan Favi, baby. Alan Favi. He said, whenever you speak, drink aloe.
okay, let me find out. We're at an STS, y'all, if you didn't know. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for those tips, the 3 F's. Again, I'm writing everything down because everything has been fire. Thank you so much for those notes. I wrote out, I really also like that you talked about the fact that you make sure that you teach people the difference between protein shake and a meal replacement shake, because I don't know about you guys, but for me, I find a lot of people that I do wellness evaluations on are always like, oh yeah, I drank a protein shake. And then I have to make sure that I sit there and figure out, okay, is it a protein shake or a meal replacement shake, or what are you talking about? So I think that's key. Thank you for bringing that up. So you guys, I don't know about you, this call was fire. There was so many of you guys on tonight, over 70 people. So I hope you guys came away with something. What I wanted to go over with you guys is our next Herbalife opportunity meeting. Okay, so these calls that we have every Monday night, this is for the distributors on Get Uncomfortable Squad. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to actually be able to get our new people, whether they're new clients, whether they're new distributors that are looking for new clients. We have an Herbalife opportunity meeting, HOM. So on our HOM, they go over people's success stories with the products and how they've been able to use the results with the products and transition it into an income opportunity. So if you have anyone that could possibly be interested in being a client or wanting to do the business, you better start inviting now, because the next HOM is May 16, okay? And it is, yeah. Oh, is that STS? Am I mixing them up? I'm mixing them up. Okay, HOM is this Thursday. Sorry, this Thursday at, is it 5 or 6? 6. Okay, so this Thursday at 6 p.m. We'll be posting the information in the chats for you guys. Okay, now STS. STS is Success Training Seminar. So this training is a little bit longer. They usually only happen once a month. Okay, so, and it's this Saturday. I was getting the dates mixed up. My bad, guys. So this Saturday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So it has an HOM involved. They'll still go over results. They'll still go over income opportunities. But in addition to that, they go over the products. We have a speaker that comes and shares their experience with the business, and they give us tips and tricks to help move up the marketing plan and build our royalties, because that's where we want to end up. So put it in your calendar. Thursday at 6 is our Herbalife opportunity meeting, HOM. And then this Saturday, May 16th, is our STS. Okay. And so you guys, earlier in the call, we talked about shooting for the distributor promotion. Okay. So today is the 11th. You still have 4 more days, guys. 4 days to really put in that work, get those raffle tickets. And our upline, Mark and Jill Addy, okay, they are running a special promotion, a special qualifier call for people that did 5K last month, or people that were able to do 2,500 volume points by the 15th, okay? So they're in cuts of what we call Chairman's Club, okay? And what that means is they've been able to sign up and teach 5 different lines of people. They've been able to frontline 5 different lines of people that are either already President's Team or in cuts of President's Team. Okay, so if you can imagine the massive amount of impact that they're able to do, like, we are not here, we're only here because of Mark and Jill. Okay, so they started it, it trickled down, and now, you know, Style started this team, and we're here all because of them. So if you guys do your 2,500 by the 15th, or if you did 5K last month, you'll be added into a chat, and then you'll be able to qualify for that call. I'm in there like dimware, and I want to see more of our faces in there. So I wanted to open up the call. Did any of you guys have any questions for any of the panelists, for Nessa, for Derek, for CJ? Yes, Jim Ware, or for Imani? Any questions? If you do have a question, you can maybe put it in the chat or unmute your line. Let me see. I think that they were super thorough, so that was amazing. But did I miss a question? No? Okay. All right, guys. So, oh, homework. Forgot about the homework. So homework for you guys is to learn some products. I know last week it was Rebuild, Prelox Blue. I forgot what the third one is. So I'm actually going to, see before we end the call. Someone tell me what you use Rebuild for. Quick, unmute yourself.
For rebuilding muscle recovery.
Who said that?
Your boy Chop.
Okay, Chop. So it's for muscle recovery. Okay, CJ, so you put on games. Did you use Rebuild or no?
I did. I used Rebuild all the way.
All the way, all day. It's like chocolate milk.
Yeah,
Okay, he's addicted to Rebuild.
yeah, I know that.
No, your coach knows. All right, so let's do the beauty booster, the collagen beauty booster. Okay, and let's do best defense, collagen beauty booster, best defense, and sleep now. Okay, those are your homework. Christian, can you take a photo for us?
Photo.
Everybody look cute. We have lots of pages tonight, so if you are on your phone, come back to your video.
Turn your video on. Issa Clark, Miranda. Y'all on the first page and I don't see no videos. See who we got. Okay, videos. Put your videos on. Okay, Fred, I see you with the purple lips. Come on, P. I know you got your hair looking all sexy and stuff. All right, first page. Smile, hold it. Make sure you hold it because, you know, I don't know if you're on the first or second, third. Smile. And next we got, and oh, okay. All right, Asia, you better hold that face. 1, 2, 3, smile. And final page, 1, 2. Oh, there's like 2 people with cameras on. We're gonna screenshot it anyway, no problem. 1, 2, 3, smile.
I'm
All right, guys.